It ain't enough time in the day no more. Ain't enough time to do what I'm trying to do.
Wagwan, welcome to the Greg Baker Show. I am Greg Baker, and this is the Greg Baker Show live on Intellectual Radio. I'm so glad y'all tuned in to us this Friday. Like every Friday, we get it in from 1 to 2. You know, I got a great show in store for you all today. And I want to make sure I want to ask you all how you feeling. You know, I had a nice here. I got on the I-90, I-94 coming west. Traffic running great. You know, it's not too much. They're not doing too much work on the roads, but the roads are getting worked on. You know, I'm not gonna lie about that. But I had to pay $5 to get on the toll road coming this way. I was kind of shocked. I thought I was cheating the system. Usually I go around the outskirts and come back west. You know, I tried to go straight west this time. You know, but they hit me for the five. I just paid. I thought I was gonna do one toll road, 150, and be gone. That one toll road, they made it $5 cover up everything. You know, like
Right.
you're gonna do this one. We gonna let you off on what, 86th Street? No, it's like a little bit further, 60 something. I think I'm not sure, but I was still on the expressway. I thought I was cutting around. So you really gotta look at this map when you hop on. You think you trying to be slick. The government all the way to like Vegas or even go the other way. They know how much. They know how many toll roads you gonna hit.
Yes,
How much they gonna make off of you as you make that trip. So ain't no way around it. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. No way around it. You gotta pay.
That's right.
But I make this right here every Friday because I love radio, and I love the fact that Earl and Wanda and the whole intellectual crew gave me the opportunity to come out here and do my thing. And every time I come out here, I try to find that energy because how the devil is. The closer and closer you get to what you gotta do, the lazier and lazier you get. But I definitely fought that feeling this morning.
Right.
I fought that feeling. And I had to breathe a couple times, fight the anxiety, and get on that road, make that trip. But I love coming out here and especially I got a brother in here today that I really want you all to talk to. I've been teasing y'all a little bit on my Facebook page. I've been throwing out a lot of his promo information he have on his Facebook page, just getting my audience in tune with what I've been dealing with and who I've been working with. Like last week I had John Costella on the show, and this week I have I'm making moves when I got people with great names that I got to work with pronouncing. No disrespect, but Tamujin L.
That's right.
I got the great brother in the studio, and I'm definitely gonna get y'all in tune with him when we come back from a couple of songs. But this young man, he has his own cigar company. I met him on the set of Empire. We worked on a shot together. We worked on what was it? Prove It Innocent and Red Lamp.
So many shows, can't even name them all, Key.
Plenty shows, and we work. We might do a couple of shows ourselves independently.
I got one I'm working on right now.
Man, just call me up. So first I'm gonna play a song. Then I'm gonna come get back in tune with my brother, man, and we gonna talk real good about. I feel like this conversation gonna go many ways, only because this conversation is gonna go many ways, only because this brother is woke. You know what I'm saying? I really want to hear what he got to say about, the state of Chicago. I really want to hear what really pushed him to start his own cigar company, what really pushed him to want to start doing acting in the city of Chicago. I want to talk to him what made him grow his hair, even though his hair not longer than mine.
I'm almost there, King.
Yeah,
I'm almost there, King.
I don't mess with you.
Definitely the crown is almost there.
You still draping though, man. You
I'm
still
working on
draping,
it. I'm getting there.
I need to hit the shop though, get it twisted up while I'm playing. You know some good locticians, man, in the city, man.
Man, my wife do my hair, brother.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my patience together for my wife to do my hair. Cause the first time she did it, I was kind of upset. I'm like, what is this? What kind of mess is this? But I had to be patient. It's a blessing when somebody want to play around and fix your hair. So you can't overdo it. So before if I take a break, Wanda, I want to play this song by Cam J and FG Duck called "Good Day" live on the Greg Baker Show. Shout out to Intellectual Radio.
It's a good day. Today is a good day. The haters still be looking hard, but they ain't trying to find us. Today is a good day. I've been speeding, swerving traffic, and the police ain't behind us. Driving down the highway, we gon' do it my way. Meditate the highway. Trip and splash the right way. It's a great day now and bad mama see and she grinning. Peso in my pants, I'ma spend it. I got bread. Pouring on the beach full of women. I got the drip water, wash away the pain. Get in the whip and we gonna fly away. You occupied by the lies that you climb, but you already alive. You should rise just to have a good day. Today is a good day. The haters still be looking hard, but they ain't trying to find us. Today is a good day. I've been speeding, swerving traffic, and the police right behind us. Driving down the highway. We gon' do it my way. Meditate the highway. Drippin' black on the highway. Today was a good day. Went to sleep was broken, but woke up to 400K. Life going my way. Haters mad at me, so they looking at me sideways. Got one beautiful daughter and 3 sons. The way they talk about me look like I won. Damn, look what I done. Took a slight 50, only spent that on my mom. Today is a good day. The haters still be looking hard, but they ain't trying to find us. Today is a good day. I've been speeding, swerving traffic, and the police ain't behind us. Driving down the highway. We gon' do it my way. Meditate the highway. Trip and splash the right way.
Kendall P.
They call me Diddy when I'm in the city, I'm all about making a band. I'm focused on zero, my dog and my people, not worried about making a friend. I got a hammer, your head is a nail, and I feel like making a stand. Beefing with me is like holding a baby, cause I like to get out of hand. I used to be that little nigga with attitude, ready to get out of bed, whoa. Mama look at me like she see a ghost, cause she know I'm supposed to be dead, whoa. Gravity music, we moving, we know how to think with our heads, yeah. We never ask for a go from the handout, we rather go fish with the bread, yeah. Get off the kid with the meds, yeah. We strapped in the club like the feds. They're like I seen a 9 and a 40, but how the fuck he get in here with a leg? You rockin' belly pale like you Nelly Nail, I've been down for a long time. Pockets on swelly, Shelby on the other line, trying to ask for some airtime. These niggas acting like they really bad at their attitude, fly on them others again. Keep putting list on your homies that's dead when you can say hi to the mothers again. Them doing time and we trying to talk, but they never give them a phone break. Now I'm feeling lost, cause if we could talk, we probably talk to the phone break.
Hey, Cam J.
That's my fault. Wagwan, welcome back to the Greg Baker Show. We are live. And in fact, and I want to let y'all know, man, whenever you get a chance, please tune in to the Greg Baker Show every Friday from 1 to 2 o'clock. I'm live on Intellectual Radio. And also, if you want to call in, the number is 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. So I'm talking to everybody out there listening who can hear my voice. If you want to talk to this young man,
Tamujan L.
Man, they don't need to bring a dispensary to Chicago until I learn how to remember these names and pronunciate them right. Because I'm gonna have a hard show. I'm gonna have a hard show once it get legal. But look, man, Tamujan L, tell my people about yourself. Tell us more about you and what you like to do.
I like to sell cigars, brother. I'm an independent businessman. You know, I started this business because there was a lack of cigars available in our community. You know, it's something that we used to do. We would be sitting in the park, and the problem was, you know, you couldn't find any cigars anywhere, so people be wrestling over who's gonna go where to get cigars from where. And you know, it was one guy coming through. You know, he would have cigars, but they were stale. And I understood what he had to do with that he wasn't doing. I knew I could do it better. So, you know, a few years ago, I put my plan together, purchased me a few $100s worth of cigars, got me some humidification, started the process of infusion, and now you have House of L cigars.
House of L Cigars. Now, tell me more about that name. What empowered that name? L?
The house, it consists of, because I have so many things under my belt that I do. It all fit in that same house. So the house of L is just everything that I have will come under that house. And of course, L is me, which is my God body.
Hmm. That's wonderful, man. Now break down your first name. Your first name for me. What does it mean?
Tamujan.
Hmm.
Tamujan come from the original Americans. The original Americans with the Tamua Khan. See, that's a history that's been buried from us so deep, man, because it takes us back to the beginning of time when it was only us on this planet.
Hmm.
So the original inhabitants of America, they go by a lot of names. There was the Tamua Khan, which was probably one of the oldest. They were the Z people. They were known as the Frog people. People of Turtle Island, the Rubber people. It's a lot of names that we went by.
Hmm.
And that name, Tamujan, came from the Tamua Khan
Hmm.
because I am an indigenous American.
Mm. Now break down. Where can we find information like this?
You can Google it.
How did you go on your search? What prompted you on your search for this knowledge?
Well, just the need to know who I am. You ask the average brother or sister, just ask them what is their race.
Hmm.
We go to all these things that's made up for us or that we made up for ourselves. We don't have no clear definition of who we are and where we came from.
Mm.
Because we've been put into the trick knowledge so long. It's just we can't fathom anything outside of anything we've been told. We can't think outside of creating a paradigm for ourselves or even digging up the truth of ourselves because it goes against everything we've been taught, even God.
Mm. So with Christianity, a lot of people say they borrowed a lot of their doctrine from Egyptians or our history. What are some of your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, the whole thing of it is created for control. You know, it's let me be clear. Now, if these are the things, Christianity, Islam, whatever you believe, if that's what makes you a good and honest person,
Hmm.
then you should follow that by all means. Don't let nobody tell you anything to change who you are. If that's what makes you a good and honest person, but a lot of times we fake that.
Hmm.
We're not really good and honest people. So I don't have a problem, saying that I don't believe that because it's used to control us. It's used to keep us in the same frame of mind. It's like constantly putting out slave movies to keep you in the slave mentality.
Right. Right.
Because we got a richer history than that, but our children wouldn't see past. They don't have knowledge past slavery.
It's like they force feed us positive images of ourselves, like so they can capitalize off of it. Like perfect example, Black Panther the movie, the Marvel movie. Uh, we don't see a lot of images of us as kings in that era, in that film era. But
Well,
when
that was the first king presented to us that was black.
and you see how much money that movie made.
Yeah, but reality is the king of Egypt were white. Everybody else is. If they start,
So the kings of Egypt was white.
if in the movies,
Okay, in the movie. Okay.
if they start projecting history the way it was, they're not in the picture.
Hmm.
But the reality is, if you research the history, they were created on this planet. So this is their home. So we got to learn to work together at some point. But for them to work with us is a detriment to them because it's genetic annihilation. That's just the reality of things. They can actually be bred off the planet. So if you were genetically from the particular people that you say you're from, the whole out of Africa theory, it would be impossible to breed them off the planet. But genetic annihilation is actually a fact. You can search it.
Now, chemical warfare is a thing they also talk
Yes,
about
sir.
as well, like
Fluoride in the water.
fluoride, like Flint, Michigan. Even with like I went to my son's school recently and I drank some of the water. Then my my mother-in-law works there. She's like, there's lead up in that water. I'm like, thank you for telling me. I done filled up a whole canteen with this. I'm thinking, great water. She's like, well, we don't make the kids drink that. I'm like, so I mean, that's a form of chemical warfare, but
Yes,
it's
it
right
is.
here in our neighborhoods, and it goes like it's not something that's the spotlight is not shined on that in media, and us being a part of media, we have to kind of use our platform to protect our children and shine light on is lead being on water, and Flint, Michigan still got dark water out
Yeah.
there, and things of that nature.
It's about what they consider depopulation of the planet.
Hmm.
If this is a black planet, it need to be at least a third of the people need to be wiped out on the planet in order for them to exist comfortably.
Hmm. You said a third of the people, huh?
I mean, hey,
It's people thinking that deep. I ain't never thought that
brother,
deep.
it go deeper than that.
You know, I
Man.
about want to kill about 10. No, not 10 might be too much.
If,
A third.
well, genetic annihilation is if a black child and a white child have sex, the child always comes out black. There's no way around it.
Right.
And right now, if you go to Africa, you go to Asia, you go to Europe, who's the most popular people on the planet right now? Who do everybody dress like, emulate, talk like, walk like?
The African American.
Hey, it is what it is. So if we have that much appeal, even though we go through so much oppression, what if we live freely? What would happen to all the race? Everybody would want a black husband or a wife.
Oh, we had equal opportunity.
But equal opportunity is neither here nor there. It's the racial attraction. That everybody would run to get them a black husband or a wife. That would racially eliminate the white race off the planet. They can't afford that. It's not about total. I hate a black person. It's about genetic. It's about life. I need to live. I want to stay alive on this planet as I am a white person, and I can understand that.
And then just to go back to everybody running, they'll grab a a black wife or a black husband. Think about
stereotypes.
The stereotypes to do what? Stereotypes.
It's like everything, you know. Back in the day when I was younger, I didn't see a lot of homosexuality. Now it's extremely prevalent everywhere. How did it get that way? It was motivated by something. You know, everything is driven by media mostly. And images that presented to us, we tend to not realize how they brainwash us.
You know what? With the homosexuality piece, I believe that media is putting out a way to kind of desensify the next generation towards that, and even not desensify, but bring up that curiosity notion in their mind to kind of 50-50 the chance. But like even when I watch the Disney Channel, sometimes they have a cast, and sometimes the highly feminine guy be the black guy in a lot of these shows and a lot of these movies, and I think that's systematically put there to kind of demasculate our men.
Well, they need to catch us up. They need to catch us up to that, because that's actually was part of their existence. That was their thing. Even back in the day when you didn't see it in our communities as prevalently, you would see it in their communities. They need to get us caught up to date. They need to get us on page, and we falling in suit.
Right.
It's the programming.
The program is strong.
Yes, and a lot of it is basic television. Go through our daily rituals and not even meet a white person that day. But when we turn on that television, we get our direction for the day.
We definitely, that's on time. I'm trying to see if I saw anybody white today. Probably on the way here.
But we get our direction through media, through television. It's programming. Tell you a vision to program you. Television programming.
That's crazy. And I'm with you. See, with the man. Look, man, I'm gonna have to take a break. This too deep right now. You gotta take a break. We gonna play some music. And it's deep right now. Though. This type of conversation.
It's just information. We just gotta share and grow. That's all.
Right.
The only way we grow is if we share.
And these are the type of conversations I really like to have. I honestly love to have conversations like this because I want to get this message out there.
We can't be afraid to have it. We can't be. A lot of times we don't have these conversations because we don't want to be offensive. We don't want to make people uncomfortable, but we should be able to share because the conversation isn't offensive. It's just information being shared. It's just information being shared. We just have to make sure that we respect when we have the conversation.
You know what scares me sometimes, and it's kind of hard to be afraid of these things, but a lot of people who speak like we speak, they get put in situations where they people set up traps for them.
They do.
And then it's like, man, you here one day and gone the next day. Like I remember I was working at the radio station. Then they used to have this guy on there called the Truth Seeker or something. He used to do a radio show, and like for years I used to listen to him to be on there telling the truth. And then one day I just seen he was gone. And I'm like, he was gone. So it's like, and I'd be like, man. Sometimes I had guests come on, and then I try to pad myself, bring guests on who's qualified to talk about these things. So sometimes if it's not coming out my mouth,
own existence, family. I ain't afraid of nobody. That's why.
And I want to get
people
there.
Like LeVar Ball.
Yes,
because he make his own money. He make his own rules. He don't care what you got to say to him because you don't pay his bills. And my bills I pay by myself. I don't need you to pay my bills. If you like my product, period, there it is for you. and I produce and offer this quality product.
I believe. Man, let's play some music, and then we're gonna come back and talk about this more. We're gonna talk about these cigars, and we're gonna talk about your acting career and how we actually ran into each other. I love conversations like
I'm gonna
this.
tell you, this young man right here, he this is what broadened my horizons when it came to just pushing myself into the character. I'll tell you about it.
We'll be back in a minute. It's Greg Baker on the Greg Baker Show, man. We right back. Love. Leave you in your trap, brown. Ain't people that give no skin first. Ready? Wagwan. Welcome back to the Greg Baker Show. That was just Pro Baker with Killer Slow. Y'all already know how we do. Now I'm just having a great conversation with my man, Tarum
Janelle.
Tamujin L. Tamujin L.
You can call me L. Everybody call me
I'll
L.
call you L, man. I'm gonna get it before the end of the show, Tamujin.
L.
Yeah, see, I snuck it in there.
That's all right.
But you gotta throw the L on there. The
No,
L
you
like
don't
the
have
last
to.
name.
You don't have to. It's Tamujin L.
Tamujin L. Tamujin L. Y'all, I'm real, y'all. So I'm definitely gonna practice this on air.
Most people call me L though.
L.
Keep it easy.
Yeah, I'm keep it. I be trying to make it hard for myself. You know, you hoop too, so you know they gonna say, you know, do like give me 10 left hand layups. You gonna try to do 20 just to, you know, make it a little harder for yourself. So, but look, let's talk about your basketball camp because I actually have a basketball camp as well that I do with my boy Rick, my boy Jr. He we was out there at Burnside Park on 93rd Street in the summers. We do a free basketball camp and we also do a free tournament for the kids at the end of the camp, 5-on-5 and 3-on-3s. Now, some of my experiences was, you know, a lot of these children and their parents, they appreciate when people come in the community and organize things of that nature and make it affordable, or even make it, you know what I'm saying, free. So what were some of your influences that made you want to start a basketball organization?
Well, and you know, I'm on the west side, by the Garfield Park area as well. You know, So the park district would throw basketball tournaments every year. And, the guys from the community, the guys that was right there at the park would coach the younger guys in the community. We would have a ball every summer. Competitive, have a ball go ahead, and it would keep the young guys out the streets. They canceled all those tournaments. They're not available over there in our park anymore. So I took it upon myself. This is my second annual. Be going to the third one in 19. I do a free tournament. It's a 4-on-4 tournament. It's for high schools, kids, and grown-ups. It's for 2 high school kids and 2 adults on each team. And it's open for girls and boys, but it's high, competition. So, if a girl can play, she can play. Come on down. But it's free. Feed the kids. Come out. We got music. I did a skate party. We turned the basketball court outside into a skating rink. Had DJ out there, live music. I did an open air market. What I try to bring back to my community is the whole concept of entrepreneurship, just the reality that we don't have to be dependent. We can do anything we need on our own. You look at Little Village. They are making more money than the Magnificent out over there, because what they do is Mexicans that live on the north side will go to the south side just to shop in those areas to support their own. You can't even read the signs in those areas. In the Chinatown, they don't come out that community. They stay self-sufficient. We don't hear nothing about them. They take their own business, do their own thing, and they're growing leaps and bounds.
True.
We're not paying attention to the things around us. We're not using the blueprint that everybody else is laying out. We've been here the longest, and we're not even picking up on things that people are using and growing. Everybody in the community, the chicken joints are ran by Arabs.
What they know about chicken,
which is period, fried
some
food,
chicken.
just fried, we just lost that entrepreneurial feeling. We don't want to be the owner no more. We're okay being the employee.
A lot of I grew up on the south side of Chicago, southeast side, around 95th and Jeffrey. Now it was a black McDonald's right there. That McDonald's was black owned. It was a lot of black owned businesses in that area. For example, we had a black owned record store, Great Scott Records, which is not there no more because they priced him out of the neighborhood. The rent went up too high. He was a neighborhood CD guy. He sold your CDs. He sold your clothes. You catch him on a good day. He was customizing stuff for you too. Got priced out through the high rent. He homeowner. Everything right there is big time business and the Sharks. And McDonald's on the corner of 95th and Jeffrey was black owned. My mom worked there for years. For a year or so before my granddaddy made her quit when she was young. But right. It was black owned. Now that whole place is ran by Latinos and Mexicans.
That's right.
But it's right there to smack dead our community. Even all the employees are Mexican. But it's like 1 or 2 maybe black community. So my thing is, the black dollar circulates in the community probably for a minute or 2.
Not even that long. Well, it's getting better. It's getting better because on social media is prevalent. Our entrepreneurship is starting to grow. We're starting to really get back into
the brothers like you.
Just not myself. You got other Stogie, you got other cigar dealers like Stogie Life, Bernard Terrell. You got some great business people out here that's growing the industry. And what we got to do is support one another. Whether it's the lady selling cupcakes that go in the barbershop to the guy that's selling cigars, because we're all small business people. And the only way we grow is by our own. Look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry started his industry through black humor only, just strictly catering to us. Built $1 billion off us alone. Just us. We have everything we need to grow. We don't need no outside influence. We don't need the crossover. We don't need nobody else to buy our stuff. We are the biggest drive. When the politicians need their vote, who do they go to?
You be in the hood talking about they keep hot sauce in their bag.
We just don't want to listen. We
hard head.
We're afraid to do the work. It goes back to asking the brother, what's your race? He afraid to do the work to go find out what it is. It's too much to go Google and read a book. They're afraid to do the work. That's the only thing stopping us, our own selves.
True.
We're our biggest problem at this moment. It ain't racism. It ain't white people. We can stop all that at any point in time once we start being self-sufficient.
So what about what are some ways you have that can help build the dollar in the community to be self-efficient? Like you say, Tyler Perry. I actually seen an interview where he talked about that he actually did his state plays for a couple years and nobody showed up.
Mhm.
Now, so maybe that was him being consistent. You know,
Consistency.
he was being consistent. That drove him to his success.
That's right.
You know, what are some other ways that we can kind of put a little finance behind our movement?
It's I'm still learning. It's hard for me to say. I don't know. I can only say what I did. I went door to door. I got out. I beat the pavement.
Mm-hmm.
Business card, party, here, samples, everything. I tried it, social media, everything. And like I said, I did the open air market just to show brothers and sisters that we can do it. It's hard to come up with a blueprint for success because I'm still working on it. There's a ton of people that got that blueprint out there. Might not be the blueprint, but that you connect to. But I say effort is the main thing. We just got to try.
Yeah.
And regardless of what it is, we got to start thinking outside the box. We got too many barber shops, too many rib joints, and too many fingernail joints. And churches all on the same block, ain't nothing but barbershop, churches, fingernail joints. Same thing on every block, crossing over for 4 blocks. You got the same businesses over and over again. We're afraid to venture outside of our little square. That's why I went to cigars, because nobody's in the community is doing it.
We can't never have too many. We can't have too many chicken spots.
Man, yes, the Arabs are cooking the chicken.
Hey,
we don't need that greasy food, no way.
You know
we
what
need to
though?
get them going to electric food.
You know what? You 100% right. You 100% right. I just, you just get so a lot of crazy ways in you, and you get accustomed to certain things. We get into a crazy habit.
Comfortable of being lazy.
Sometimes I gotta fight my ignorance. I be wanting to go straight ignorance. So tell me, I love me some chicken.
Not
Boy, I love me some chicken.
Not just you, me too. Let me get a couple shots in me. I'll eat some fried chicken in a minute.
That's all y'all got. Y'all got some mild sauce.
Oh, I like it plain, bro.
You like? Oh, you like the lemon. You gotta have lemon pepper's crazy. Lemon pepper killing us too, man. One time I had some lemon pepper, my heart beating fast. I started sweating. I'm like, this. I pray to God I'm all right. But you got to slow down on that fried food.
Fried food is not good unless you got if you got a healthy workout regimen. If you work out a lot, you can do a little fried food. You can do some fried food, because that's the problem. We eat fried foods and we don't sweat it out. We don't have a healthy workout. We're not moving. We're sitting in our car, sitting behind the desk. We chilling. You can't eat fried foods and do that.
See,
and ain't nothing wrong with soul food neither. As long as you work out, you have to work out. Mexican food is not healthy. Italian food is not healthy.
So, like, I just read something. I think RZA, or one of the guys from the Wu-Tang Clan, said that soul food is a slave diet.
You know what? Listen.
Diet of a slave, something like that.
You live off the land. And I'm sorry. Back in those days, you live off the land. Now, there's different ways of living off the land. You can go with what we was taught as, the slave food slopped to us, or the indigenous people actually understood how to cultivate the land. It was impossible for them to go get Africans, bring them over here, and Africans knew how to dig up these swamps here in America, because it was a totally different environment. The malaria that they would get from the mosquitoes and everything else, you would need indigenous people that lived in that land to grow the food and everything else, because they knew what to grow. Now, just because you eat from the land, does that make it what they slave food? Everybody eat it. Kale, would that be considered slave food?
I think he's more so talking about
from the land,
the chitlins and
what do you eat chitlins? I don't eat
chitlins.
I don't eat that. Who want to eat pig intestines?
I can't.
Let's be real.
I can't do chitlins.
Listen, Mexicans eat the brain and all of the pig. I don't eat none of that. That's crazy. That's disgusting.
You're doing too much.
Mountain oysters, pig testicles. People eat that. I don't eat that garbage. Who would eat these kind of things? Would you call that slave food? Have you ever eat that stuff? I don't know no black people that really eat that.
No, pig and
but these things are around to be consumed. But do you label one race with it?
No.
Because those were the things that was given to us, so-called.
Right.
It is what it is. See, we have to stop beating ourselves up because of our situation. We attack ourselves based on situations that we're put in. You can't beat yourself up because somebody else pushed you into a room and you whooped everybody in the room. Can't be apologetic about that.
He said, I just whooped everybody. I'm just that
Man,
good.
you better protect yourself and whoop everybody in that room.
Don't I mean, my greatness make you feel inadequate.
That's right. Every time a brother get in a situation, I don't agree with any violence against nobody, period.
Mm-hmm.
But the young brother that got for the Chiefs that spoke to the girls with the racial slurs and they attacking him, and he kicked her in the leg or something, whatever happened, I don't condone violence.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't condone nobody getting in my face and trying to harass me and treat me any kind of way neither. And then I really don't condone him going behind it and apologizing and not saying what she did.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say a word about what she did. He just apologized to the fact.
Man.
No way. Kevin Hart, same thing, apologizing over and over again for the same thing.
Something he did years ago.
We have to get away from that. We have to break ourselves from them bad habits.
You know what make us want to apologize so quickly?
We don't want to be offensive.
We don't want to be broke.
Man, listen, that's why you do it on your own. That's why you do it on your own.
But you know, and that's the honest to God truth. See, Kevin Hart is in a position where he can turn down, what was it, the Oscars or the Grammys?
Well, now he still apologized on top of it.
He still, because he want to keep
so
working.
He wasn't that confident.
He want to keep working.
Well, make your own way. He's financially stable enough to do so.
He is. I want to say it's a certain type of financial literacy or stability that it's levels to it. Like to us, that couple mil, that nice million he got is cool. But to the other people, like to the companies, they like that little money. You can run out of that.
Yeah. But you know what? If you're thrifty and you smart, you don't run out of it. You make smart business moves. You pull a LeBron James. That's what you do. Before he made his millions, he had vision millions already.
Mm-hmm.
His dynasty was built before he even got his finger on a dollar.
Russell Simmons.
That's all. You got to build your dynasty in your mind first.
True.
Everything else falls in place when you work for it.
Man, look, we're gonna play a little bit of music. Say that one more time, though. Everything falls into place when you
work for it, baby.
When you work for it. My name Greg Baker. We'll play a little music. We will be right back with my man Tamujan L and his House of L Cigars. This is Greg Baker Show live on Intellectual Radio.
Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Shot. Yeah. Are you in tune with y'all? Shot. Shut up, man. I got one for you.
Killing your shot, but go get your spiritual doctor. Hand me my copper. From the bottom like lobster. Truth is that many won't prosper. Miracles opsa. Leap what's a mop to a king, what's a king to a god, what's a god to a namba. Leave I see you with demons, you think they your friends, but they really your monsters. Holding you down, don't let no snake put no hole in your crown. Go get your crown, lightning is quicker and thicker and richer, so why are we focused on sound? I was chilling out, trying to figure out how to get us out. I was switching lanes, I was in the game, y'all was in the house. Probably scratching your asses, stuck in complacency, stagnant. Is that why niggas don't have shit? Let me quit, cause it's making me mad sick. Step on the gas, dust the dust, ashes to ashes. Just when I'm passing, they told me don't do no lagging. Boy, you broke, shit told me don't do no laughing. How you gon' transcend? That be that madness. I like my women with asses. I like my women with class. I like my women with black skin. Get ready as I elevate to new heights like a chopper. Bringing new life like a doctor. You can watch, but don't touch nothing. Listen till you get in tune with your chakras. Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune? Tell me if you man enough for standing up. Tell me if you had enough and mad as fuck. Tell me is it making sense to add it up, or should we just remain content and not adjust? We were living glamorous, now we living scandalous. At any time it can erupt, and honestly it's them or us. Spiritual wars, I'm on a lyrical course. I'm mama's miracle boy. I took a dip in the dark. I took a whipping when I did not listen to God. I keep a gun in the car. Still I got nothing but love in my heart. Still I will sit niggas still if they come at me wrong. So please do not come at the God. Don't be alarmed. I come in peace like the son of sheep. When I run the streets, go up high, even side to side. If you don't take the time to go underneath, then you will never see what I vision. Fuck a dream, I got missions. Spiritual, not religious. Window no pot to pissin'. You do not know how conditions. You do not know how predicted. You do not know how resistant. You do not know how convincing. You do not know how conflicted. You do not know how sadistic. The script has been written, forget it. It's no time for tripping and slipping. I'm gripping and reeling and vicious to grill them and sit them in dishes. The temple is tempting before we can cleanse it. Just listen. Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with your chakras?
Let's take you away. Don't worry, man. We'll bring you back.
Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with your chakras? Yes, you a queen, nothing less. So I guess that mean a nigga better come correct. Ain't none of that. Yo, what's your name? What's your sign? Shit. Tell me where your mind at. What are you even? Muhammad or Jesus? Even though they both were made by conquerors, worth of John Henry Clark and her anyway. I'm liking your demeanor. You remind me of Queen Nzinga. Ain't nothing more attractive than Africans being Africans. And all your naturalness, girl, you got it, and that's the truth. The way they tried to copy your body, girl, that's the proof. I see them on the news telling stories like Mother Goose. My standard of beauty is different, girl. All I want is you. And when you walk, man, I swear to God, you light up the world. I ain't scared, but I am trying to build up the nerve to say the right things to you. Might sing to you. Lord knows I might be the right king for you. You're a queen unless I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But it gon' be Black Queen. You're a queen unless, girl. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But it gon' be Black Queen. Ain't no win game to my pen game. Other rappers should just call a nigga sensei. We not cut from the same cloth, boy, I'm Kente. They prayed and I came like I Yende. Anyhow, anywho, give me any and let me see what it really do. I need a queen of the now, not a queen in the now. All natural, fuck a weave in your scalp. See, I'm trying to holler as you weave through the crowd. I don't just wanna hit it, girl, I wanna lock you down. Cause I heard through the grapevine, not only are you shine like grape wine, you shine like daytime. Wake up in the morning and you hug yourself. Floating by like you high, did you drug yourself? You charged up, let me help you unplug yourself. My Black Queen, let me find out you love yourself. In this song, girl, for real. You're a queen unless I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But it gon' be Black Queen. You're a queen unless, girl. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. What it gon' be, Black Queen?
See, I'm intrigued by your knowledge, and on the nine, you got it, come be my man. That's how your melanin poppin', come be my son, kiss goddess. I got a kingdom and crown with your name. I'm digging more than your body, see, I'm intrigued by your knowledge, and on the nine, you got it, come be my man. That's how your melanin poppin', come be my son, kiss goddess. I got a kingdom and crown with your name. Hey, won't you be my Black Queen, my queen? More than your body, see, I'm intrigued by your knowledge, and on the nine. now you got it, can be my main woman. That's how your melanin poppin', can be my sun kiss goddess. I got a king in the crown with your name on it. Digging more than your body, I'm she by your knowledge. Now you got it, can be my main woman. That's how your melanin poppin', can be my sun kiss goddess. I got a king in the crown with your name on it. Yeah. You a queen that makes, I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you, I've been waiting on you. But it gon' be black queen. You're a queen that makes, girl. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But it gon' be black queen.
Wagwan. Welcome back to the Greg Baker Show. I'm live and in tune with my boy Tramujin Lee.
L.
Tramujin L. I tried to hit it that time. Like I was confident. I was confident as hell with that one. I'm sorry.
Man, call me Bruce Lee.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all right, kid. It's all right, kid.
I tried to hit it. I was confident. You know, I took that shot like, hey, 3-point Curry.
Miss air ball.
I didn't. You got to shoot it though. You're
right. You right. You got to take that shot. You might have got it right, baby.
Man, so look, let's real quick talk about how we made those set, man. I'm gonna let you kick it off, man.
I'm gonna kick it off. Now, you know, I'm still pretty new to background. I've been doing it for a little bit, but I was on the set and I was timid. I wasn't, you know, just make a long story short, I was timid. I was staying in my place all the time. Wherever they put me, that's where I was at until I encountered my man. And this is when I first met him. My man say to me, man, you better get in where you fit in. So I see him, I watch how he move. Now, I was supposed to be a big time producer, and he was supposed to be just somebody in the audience. I wind up stuck in the corner, way out buried somewhere. He wind up sitting right next to Lucius Lyon because he took it upon himself to place himself. And from that point on, after I observed and listened to him, I understood. After that, I was at the board table sitting next to Nicole Irie Parker.
You did that.
If you watch,
keep going, brother.
I'm in the jail with Lucius Lyon chilling
going,
with him. I'm in there with Cookie chilling.
Keep going, brother.
I'm telling you, I'm playing pimps on Shy. I'm everywhere because I understood the game. The brother say, hey, don't be afraid. You have to present yourself. If you don't present yourself, they gonna always keep you in the back. So that my man taught me that lesson. I learned that from him. That was my first. This is my first mentor in the acting game.
Hey, brother, you know you mentor me without even saying nothing, man. Just showing up on set. More brothers like us on set motivates me, man. It really do. So my whole thing is I want to people to your cigars, man. House of L Cigars. Really, I want you all to really promote this. I really want you to promote this guy. I want you to buy his cigars. I want you to tell people about his cigar. Let's make this the leading cigar company in Chicago and start in the Midwest and in the world. Let's do it. This young man, y'all met him on my show. Let's push his cigars. He's gonna be a sponsor of the show. He's gonna be a brother of the show, family of the show. You know, that Intellectual Radio and the Greg Baker Show, man. House of L. Tell them where they can get it from, man.
You can call me at 847-372-2771. We deliver. Or you can email me at Tymujin, Tymujinel, Tymujin number 1 at gmail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook under Tymujin L, House of L Cigars, or L Cigars. Instagram, Black Chicago 1 News.
Let's get it, man. I want to thank you for coming out, man. I want to make sure y'all support this cigar, man. I had a great time talking with you today, brother. I think we saved a lot of souls, put a lot of great information out there. Yeah, you know, we look good doing it. You know, we held it down out here. I want to give a special shout out to Wanda over there. I'm glad you're all right.
Blessings, Queen.
I want to tell you, like I told Earl, I thought I had to come down here, I had to be somebody else when I saw you get hypnotized. I was like, I know she love her some Earl. I know she know who Earl is. That man is not good. Let's go beat him up. Let's go beat him up. But I'm glad you're all right, Juan. You did a great job on my show today, like you do every day. And when is your show? Sundays at 2. He said, she said, I love the graphics on your show as well. You had great graphics on there and great conversation. So I'm Greg Baker. I want to make sure I see y'all next Friday. I'll be here again. Shout out to my man, the Tymujin L.
Smoke like a king.
Let's go. We out here. It's Greg Baker Show. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
You know what you went for. Riding through the city with my head out the window. Feeling like the Joker. Shooting in the sky, trying to take out all the vultures. Praise to the Most High. Every king need a queen, so I keep my lady close by. Don't try to approach her.